Hi, my name is Dave Young from CryptoVest.com and this is Token Talk, your weekly overview of what's new and interesting coming up in the world of ICOs. I'll sift through the endless dross that gets thrown out the ICO release machine every week, most of it terrible, and try and find some interesting options that I'd consider investing in, and then go a little bit deeper. Now don't forget, this is just an opinion piece, my opinion. There's no paid slots, there's no sponsored slots. If you wish to invest, you will need to do your own research. It's not financial advice. Now remember, ICO is very time sensitive, got to get it at the right time. If you want to keep up with it, you probably want to be subscribing. Now this week we have Multivac. Multivac been on my radar for a while, very interesting project, got a good reputation, getting quite a bit of hype. Now, good time to review them, just going up for their Know Your Customer whitelist, which is almost like the entry point these days. That's just about to start, so you want to get in on the Telegram channels and the rest of it. If you want to get in on that, have a chance even. Crowdsale is going to be in Q4, it's moving a little bit. So is the MVP and testnet, which was due to be out before the Crowdsale, and they're still kind of saying it is. Now that's a vital point. There's no testnet, no MVP. Personally, wouldn't touch it for the Crowdsale, but hopefully that'll come out and it can be judged as well. Now, team, really impressive. 3 main members. Nice little interview on YouTube with them on ICO drops at Seoul. Well worth watching. Seem quite competent. The bigger team, a lot of PhDs, a lot of good technical knowledge in there. Very impressive. Not going to go through the individual names. You can look through the website yourself. But the extended team as well. A lot of advice, a lot of consultants, a lot of part-timers around the world. So they've got quite a big lot of knowledge there. Now, there's not a lot of proven delivery on blockchain success, but as long as they get the testnet out, I think that's not going to be the deciding factor. Now, if you look at the advisors, you've got Roger Lim from Neo Capital, Johnny Liu, KuCoin. It's all very impressive. Then on the investors, you've got Hashed, you've got Neo Global. So that's very good indicators. Go across to the Telegram channel. Can't see any signs of a bounty campaign so far, but they've been growing up 3, 4, up to 23,000 at the moment. One thing to know, that if you get a little bit of a point they don't want to talk about, is going back through the feeds looking what people are asking. One was about the pre-sales, but we'll come back to that. Well, they just skirt around it, or they just completely avoid it. They're not exactly very talkative or very responsive to the questions they don't want to talk about. So let's get across to the technology, which is the interesting part of the project where the real strength lies, what everyone's judging it on. So they talk about trade-offs like the eternal triangle of project management. Guy comes in with a crazy corporate project needs it delivering, and as a project manager you go, look, here's the triangle. Top of the triangle is quality, then you have price, then you have speed, and you go, you can't have the lowest price project, fastest delivery with the highest quality. You've got to move the dot around the obviously the client goes, no, and you go, no, back on reality. And they're saying the same with blockchain. So they're saying it's about scalability, security, and decentralization. You need to move your dot around and trade off what you want, and each dApp developer might have different needs, and as their dApp develops and their business develops, their needs will change. So they want to use the Multivac virtual machine to allow them to keep the dot fluid, allowed to move it around on top of the blockchain. Now they're going to use, for blockchain mining, they're going to use verified random functions, which kind of allot it anywhere, which is going to make the whole thing more democratic in mining. They're hoping to get the smaller node sizes, move it back down towards blockchaining on ordinary devices. They even talk about doing it on a mobile, but I think that's a little bit gimmicky. So they're going to use proof of executed instructions. It's going to be a lot more efficient than proof of work, proof of stake. It should give it a lot of advantage in the actual way it works. Now they're getting a good technical reception. They've had some good responses, crypto briefing in Berlin, saying that the underlying ideas and the way they come about it is quite good, so that's a good sign. So we look at the asset class, the competitors that have come before, try and get a feel of what the market's been doing. This year, in the same type of place, you've had Zilliqa, P-Chain, Quark Chain, Icon. Now, they've all done pretty damn well. In a bear market, when everyone else was not doing so well, they've done well. So where they're placed for an asset class, very good. Business case, yes, they could have success. Now, overall, the project seems to have a lot of legs. It seems to be very strong, but there's no token metrics. So how the hell can you judge it? So you need to watch that one carefully. They'll probably release them just at the end. Hard cap, I believe, is 15 million. If it is 15 million, that's good. And There's also that lack of talking on the Telegram group, that when they don't want to talk about something, they just avoid it. But they're in private sale at the moment. So maybe once they come back onto public sale, they'll be a lot more focused on the communication. Now, if you go back and listen to a lot of people, there's a lot of concern about what happened in the early rounds, the seeding rounds. There's talk about investors getting 50% bonus tokens and maybe a 3-month vesting. Now, it's impossible to tell what the seeding represents. You know, is it a big danger? How much are the tokens? It's impossible to know, is the 3-month vesting on all their tokens or just on the bonus tokens? All these details, and you ask them, they just avoid it. So there is a major, you need to watch out carefully for this one, because there could be a major dump at Crowdsale on the ordinary investor. Now, even with that, it doesn't mean the project's a dead duck. Probably means that if you're watching it carefully and everything's in line and you think that, this one hits exchange, drops right down. If you can guess the bottom, it's probably a damn good time to get in. But obviously, it's not a flipper. Long term, very bullish. I'm Dave Young from CryptoVest.com, and this was Token Talk. If you want to keep up with the game, if you want to see what's going on in the ICO world, you want to be subscribing maybe. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned. Till next time.